Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video is going to be a short, quick video, but there is a potential serious problem brewing in Sudan. Now, the serious problem that's brewing is supposedly one of the fighting parties over there. They didn't clearly say who, which I find to be red flag number one. The fact that they don't know which fighting party took over a laboratory that has contagious diseases in it, right? So, and they're not highly, I mean, they're highly contagious, but they're not like level 4 shit, like, Marsburg, Ebola. They're more like cholera and I think the flu and the measles and things like that. So that's not that big of a deal. Where the serious problem lies is the fact that they're already trying to spin a story up so that when something gets released out of there, they're like, oh, it came out of Sudan. So with that, guys, that's the serious problem because they're already lining up their story to release something else. They could be, potentially could be, sorry. Not that they are, there's a potential for it. Now, again, I know a lot of us, man, we look at shit and we're like, we're looking for the conspiracy theory to come out of this. Or we start developing conspiracy theories of our own, which I'm actually doing. With that, guys, it's still something to be, to pay attention to, because the red flag was the fighting party. They said they didn't know which fighting party in Sudan took over the laboratory, and they kicked all the technicians out. So they took the laboratory over, kick the technicians out. That doesn't mean that the Sudanese are going to start throwing a fucking pandemic party, right? Start releasing shit and having a good time. They're not going to do that. But the fact that they don't know which party took it over, which fighting force took it over, that to me screams red flag, because they should know. They know that they took a laboratory over. They know that they kicked out technicians, but they don't know which party it is. That's a little red flaggy to me. It sounds like bullshit. Nonetheless, they're probably going to spin up some shit down the line, and whether it's a couple days or a few months from now, right? So unless these guys actively go in and start releasing it and start lobbing it at people, the vials, I mean, start lobbing vials at people, I don't know how this is going to turn out. And even then, it's in their area. I don't see this thing spreading worldwide as they're trying to lead it to be. Because leave it up to who? World Health Organization. They're trying to make this bigger than it is. I look at it as they're going to screw themselves. They're absolutely going to fuck themselves if anything other than them taking care of it happens. So, again, who? Trying to spin a story. The media trying to line up that story so when some shit happens, people are like, oh my God, the Sudanese did it. Get the Africans. Because that's what's on the table. The Chinese are tired of being blamed for Mr. 19, so they're looking to blame somebody else. And that's another way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as the Chinese looking to blame the Sudanese for this, because why not? The Chinese are trying to look like heroes. Were trying to look like heroes through all of COVID. Now they're trying to drop it in somebody else's lap. This is what I'm seeing. This is how I'm looking at it, and I don't see it. I don't see it going any other way, or it looking any other way. Yeah, yes. Could there be an occupying force that took it over and they might screw up? Yes, that's always on the table because people are stupid, right? But again, the fact that Fauci and Mr. Gates stated that there could be something being released next year or 5 years from now, and then this happens, I'm like, now my conspiracy theory antennas are going up, and I'm like, they're lining this story up to be some shit later down the line. Or it could be nothing. We could be looking at this and something else could happen. There's also that. That's a problem with being a conspiracy theorist, guys, is that they want you to look at different places. They want you to look at one spot. Meanwhile, the rest of us are looking at the whole fucking picture. So I am looking at this. I'm looking at this incident and going, this could be something, but I'm also paying attention to what else could be happening around the world. Because, guys, as you know, here in the United States, we have so many things happening, like what happened in Washington State with their gun laws, outlawing the AR-15s, right? So, like, shit like that, people are not up on because we're worried about what happened to Tucker Carlson. Yes, R.I.P. Tucker Carlson, his career died in Fox News. He's going to be okay. He shouldn't be the focus. We should be focused on the real shit that's going on, that's going to affect us. Mr. Carlson is going to live rich and lavished the rest of his career. Whether he does something else or not, he's going to be fine. We don't need to be focused on him. Rich people always tend to fare well. The rest of us have to pay attention to what's going on around the world. And that's what we should be doing. Yes, Tucker Carlson got fired. Oh, my God. Don Lemons got fired. Yes, right? But still, focus on the other things that are going on. Just don't pay attention to one thing, because that is what they want you to do. They want you to focus on one thing because they are convinced, and they're partially right, I hate to say it, that people are stupid and have one-track mind. They can only focus on one thing at a time. So with that, they know that the majority of people can do that, but they haven't calculated us that can actually focus on multiple things at one time. Anyway, guys, that being said, just stay focused on your preps. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't let anything scare you, because that's the focus. The focus is to scare the shit out of you so you can start freaking out and panicking. You freak out, you panic, you run your immune system down, you get sick. That's what they want. Don't do that shit. This is the Angry Prepper. See you in the next video.